Hey guys, welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. Today is a long day. I'm going to create a new flower bed. I've talked about it before. So I'm going to put those irises that I showed in one of the other videos. It's called Tobacco Chew. I'll still put a picture up on the screen. But I'm out of Biotone starter fertilizer, so I'm going to use just plant tone. But, and I don't even have any bulb tone. I thought I did, but I don't. Anyways, so I'm going to do irises in the back. I'm going to go get probably 3 agapanthus. I think 5 would be too many in the end game because they get so wide and they multiply. So I'm going to do irises all along here, all along there. And let's see. Then the agapanthus, and then right up front here, I mean, I might end up moving some of these rocks, or they're going to just be right next to the rocks, is some Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susans. So I've got my little hand trowel. I can't find my normal shovel, so I had to get out the little shovel. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to prune back the irises, the rest of the irises on the west side. I'm going to try to get the east side, even if I just get them pruned and don't get them cleaned up or divided, at least if I get them pruned back, and get that star thistle pulled. Let's see, I'm going to deadhead the perennials on the north side there. I don't know that I'm going to have time to deadhead or cut back anywhere else, so I'll at least do, I'm going to leave the annuals until the frost takes them, but I'm going to cut back the Rudbeckia, the hollyhocks, the zinnias are an annual, so I'll just wait for the frost to take those. I don't think there's any roses to deadhead. If there is, I'll just cut them off. But anyways, I'm gonna do that, and then I have a clear panel left. I'm gonna put on the chicken run so that it kind of helps with the rain because it gets really muddy in there. So, and pretty cool is I just saw one of the new chickens in laying her first egg. So it's one of the the black lace Wyandottes. So I'm really excited about that. I actually wasn't even paying attention, and I saw a fake egg on the ground, and I saw that covered in yolk, so I know there's a broken egg up there. So I went to scooch the chicken that was in the spot to see what was going on, and I realized it was her. So I'm like, oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. So I'm super excited about that. I'm waiting to hear that she's laid an egg, and then I'll go check to see how big it is. It'll probably be just a little guy, but we've got the start of them laying, so I'm excited about that. So anyways, yeah, it's kind of overcast, but yep, we got the cows in this field here. So anyways, the kitties and Poppy are all out playing. When the kitties are playing, then I can keep track of Poppy a little bit better because there's always a ruckus. The birds. But anyways, I'm gonna get after it, guys, and then I'll show you the progress. So hopefully this ground's workable, but I'm gonna scooch all that mulch back. Luckily it's all shallow plantings as far as the irises and the agapanthus goes. I'm gonna go dig up the 3 agapanthus, and I'll prune all of that back, that way they have a good start. So I'll show you as I go. Okay, I hear a chicken laid an egg. So, but if you ever want to divide these, you need to be brutal. I mean, I'm out of breath and I have gotten nowhere. I broke off 2, but they are stinkers. So I'm going to go get the pry bar, and I'm just going to have to make sure there's no kitty or dog around me, and I'm just going to get after it. But I'm going to go see what kind of egg we got. Okay, wrong chicken. I'll take it though. Wrong chicken. Hey! Okay, I put it back up there, but she still hasn't laid yet. Darn, I thought it was you. Hey boys. So, you haven't seen the video yet, but there's been wasp really bad, especially when it goes from cool to warm. So I think they're getting ready to winter up. But yesterday, I was hanging that shelf, and I was going to put it there. So that board was in that spot right there. And I grabbed it, and I pulled it down, and I was carrying it out. I had to kind of tilt it. and I noticed the board was making a noise, like a humming sound. So I thought, holy crud. I mean, I didn't know what it was. So I thought maybe there was like insects inside, although it's particle board, so that's just all glue. Anyways, I had it standing up and I turned it over and it was covered in probably 100 wasps. Luckily it was nighttime, so I threw it on the ground and there's the carnage. I got every single one of them. If there was any that flew off, I didn't see them fly off, but yeah, I got every one of them. So there shouldn't be any in here today trying to get wintered over. So anyways, I'm going to grab the digging bar there and I'm just going to go get after that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, I got them. They don't have a lot of roots, but they have enough. So there is a broken off piece, but these things are seriously, it looks like you're murdering someone. It's just brutal. So this one's a dud. There's no root on it. So I'm going to toss that. And there's some roots on there. And some roots on there. But, oh, this is just a young one. That's fine. So what I'll do is I'll do the same thing as I do with irises, is I'll plant them and then I'm going to cut them all back. And, yeah, then I'll get them watered in. I don't think, I mean, see how wide those are? Those are probably, if I had to guess, from one side all the way over there. That's close to 4 feet. 3 feet for sure. So I don't know that I'm going to have room to do the Rudbeckia or the Black-Eyed Susans. So I've been using the digging bar because this ground's already hard. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not fun either. I wouldn't have been able to do it with a shovel. But, so I just dug that up real shallow. And then I'll do the agapanthus, you know, probably one there, and one there, and one here. I'll have to move all that back and then put one there. The bougainvillea hopefully will take this whole trellis. So, yeah, there's no way. I mean, I could just put agapanthus in there. But I'll just deal with that when the time comes. So, and I want that foliage, like I said in the previous video. I want that foliage of the agapanthus. Yeah, it burns, but not as bad as the irises. So, the only problem is that's going to harbor an area for snakes to be. So, I'm not sure. But that's what I've got planned. So, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I've already changed my mind. The only reason why I've changed my mind is because I do not want that thickly planted where we walk. I mean, often. Out here, we don't walk that often, and I can be mindful. So, I think I'm going to take the irises. Those are the purple ones. There's a black one in there somewhere if it survives. And I think I'm going to just dot these tobacco chews kind of all over, because this explodes in the spring and actually through summer, well, early summer, with the oranges and then the African daisies over there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dot the tobacco chews, some over there, maybe a couple over here. I don't know how many are in that bucket. So I might put one right in here, maybe one or two. And I'm not 100% on that either, because the calendula and all that is shorter. So, I mean, it does grow taller, but I don't know. No. So I'll put it over there. I'll put one over there, and I'll dot some over there, kind of in the middle, I guess, closer to that pole or that post. Yeah, because when they're done in April, then they're just foliage. But it's tall foliage. So, and now that I've dug up 3 agapanthus, I need to do something with those too. So, I'm not doing anything over where the photinias are, because those are going to get huge, and I'm going to let them do their thing. And then eventually down the line, if I want to put something you know, over right in here, then I will. I might put some iris. Oh, I could put some irises there, I guess. Because the photinias won't be that close. I just won't go all the way down. So maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Now I'm kind of getting that, not sure what I want to do. The analysis to paralysis type thing. So I'll kind of figure it out. And then I'll show you when I do. Okay, plan C. This is why I don't film anything, goodness sakes. I mean, like live, you know, because I changed my mind. I really do kind of want that to be kind of to reseed itself. I mean, yeah, I'm putting some stuff in there, and I might put a couple in there because there's quite a few in here. But I want to create, excuse the shadow, I want to create like a drift. So it's going to go up, it's going to skip the rows, and then it's going to kind of go all through there. And there's an agapanthus, and there's a kitty. They're being so naughty. So naughty. They're torturing the chickens, but Mau Mau. Malcolm, kitty. No, that's not for you to go potty. No, that's not. Psst, get out of there. Psst. I ended up having to put Poppy in the house because she was being a stinker. But anyways, a couple things that I transplanted in here didn't survive. So, I don't know why, but they just didn't. So I think one was a mom, or there was two moms actually. One did, because it's starting to color up. So I'm just going to create a drift, and then that's an agapanthus. So I might put the 3 agapanthus that I dug up, I might put them on that side, although I see there's some poppies wanting to do their thing over there. So I'm going to let them do I'm going to leave them there. I saw there was a poppy over there in between the roses. I'm not sure if I'm going to transplant it or not, but we're supposed to get some rain on Monday. I'm filming this on a Saturday, so, but yeah, so I went ahead and just already shook the soil off. I pruned off all the dead stuff, and then you just do them really shallow. You kind of splay the roots to the side, and I do the rhizomes going north to south with the roots kind of going east to west, so that it'll sit up kind of like this. So, and this is exactly what I used on all of my irises, like on the east side, the west side. They might have been a little bit bigger rhizomes, but it's, whoops, that's just how it is. There's some little guys in there, so I might tuck those in. They'll get big, but yeah, there's quite a few still left. So I'm just going to go through and dig some shallow holes, put some plant tone in there, make sure they have a water source. I think they all do, all except for this one right here, which I'm standing in front of, but I'll just plug into that line right there. I might even have a spaghetti line with an emitter on it. They don't need a lot of water, so I might just keep the little emitter on them. So yeah, anyways, kitties are just being bad. Alrighty. Okay, there was no way that I was able to do that one-handed. But it is really shallow. I mean, super shallow. Probably, oh, I don't know how shallow. I'll show you on the next one. But then I just did some biotone, or some plant tone. Kind of smooshed it around. And then this is just roots left over from out of the pot. See, this is just roots. I just used some of the soil that they came in, what they're used to growing in. And yeah, just covered it up. And then I'm going to mulch back over it. Mulch back over it. Ugh. There's some plant yuckies in here, but... And this is seriously what I've done for all of them, and I've had a lot of success, so I just need to put some better mulch in here right now. I'm just going to let it do its thing during the winter time, and then I'll figure out new mulch in the spring. But yeah, there's one down, and I'm going to do it all the way down. But yeah, when I go to do this, well, I'll do it right now. So you want enough room to be able to, not that deep actually, to be able to set them down and for their roots to splay open. I'm not sure what that is. That's a root from something. But so let's see. That might work. I just won't get a big one. Let's see. We'll just do this one right here. So I'm going to put some plant tone in there. Gonna mix it in a little bit. And then this one's gonna not be that easy to display the roots, but I'm gonna kind of do it like that. See, I can't do it without it falling over. So, but you see what I mean? The roots have somewhere to go and they're laying flat. So I'm gonna get it covered up. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to, my phone's dying, so I'm gonna have to go put it in on the charger, but I'll show you when it charges and everything's all done. So I went out to the nesting box and yep, she laid a little one for being her first egg. I don't know which one it is. They're between the 4 of them. 2 of them are the same and 2 of them are the same, and they're identical. So yeah, it's a little fairy egg. So nice. We have some more contribution to the eggs. Oh goodness. We have some pecking order going on in the chicken run. But so we have one of these 8-foot piece clear panels left. Jean liked the idea, so it's better than just sitting on the ground, not getting used. So, and it'll give them some light. I'm going to put it on this end because if anything, I get in that end. So, yeah, this will be the closer to the coop. So I'll just know that this end isn't going to get used. I could put it in the middle, but I think it's longer than that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this end, and I don't need to climb up there for any reason. So if I did, then I would just, you know, unscrew it and move it down, but I just want it covered closest to the run. That way, like I said, that gets super muddy in there. So I'm going to try to, put stuff up against it to where it doesn't get so muddy in there. So I just brought some self-tapping screws. So just some self-tapping screws, and just going to screw it in, and then we'll just store it when we store the other ones, when we take them off in the spring and summer, because this will basically cook them like it does in the greenhouse. So I want it to be off in the spring and summer. So I'm going to get that put on. Okay, I got it. It didn't go all the way up to the edge because I didn't square it up, but that's okay. I got it screwed down all that side in the middle and that end. And yeah, if it's too much, then I will scoot it down. I just kind of wanted to cover the gap that goes to the chicken coop, because there's water goes down there too. I mean, it's not airtight, but I just wanted to cover that gap as much as possible. So anyways, and then what I'll do is use this piece over the next section just to keep it as dry as I possibly can. Then I'm going to go, I'll show you what I got done over on the planting on the west side. And then I need to get, I don't know if I'm going to get these irises pruned or not today. We'll see. But I will get the little bit left on the west side. Okay, I got this bed. I got the stakes put up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the frost cloth because it allows quite a bit of light to shine through. So, and I'll just tie it or wind it up to the obelisk there in the center. Kind of make like a teepee. And then I went and got a, I don't know, what's that, a 10-gallon bucket. It was about 5 gallons. Or a little bit more of the compost. So I used the hand rake to do the bottom layer. Got out some roots from the oregano plant. I dug up what I could, but I'm running out of daylight, so and I have a few more projects I want to get done, and I'm getting tired. So anyways, so I have the plant tone, and I'm just going to plant the lettuce in here, and I'm still not sure where I'm going to put the onions. I have no clue. No clue. I might put them there and then somehow kind of net them off. I don't know. I can't remember what's supposed to go in there next. But whatever goes in there next. I don't want onions in there. I really don't. Because I think potatoes are supposed to go in there. So I am not sure where I'm going to put the onions. What I might do is rip out the Roma tomatoes. I'll just keep the onions alive until next weekend. I'm not doing it. Monday it's supposed to be raining. And tomorrow is church and all that. So I'm not doing any of that tomorrow. So next weekend I'll rip out, because I didn't have anything planned. Oh, I had beets planned for that bed. And I'm not planting beets in there because it's too late. I'm going to wait till spring. So I'll plant onions in there. And I'll check my growing chart for spring to see if that is conducive time-wise. So if not, then somebody in my family is going to get a bunch of onions as a nice fall garden gift. So anyways, this is what I'm going to do. Let's show you what the lineup is. So we have, oh, they need to get in the ground. They're getting kind of wilty. Oh, geez. So this is Sierra mix. Sierra, not sure if you can read that. Sierra. And I think there's two kinds of, oh, there's a little gem romaine. And there's quite a few plants in there. So that's a, yeah, little gem romaine. I think that was a 40 to 50 days. So let's see. Yeah, spaced 8 to 12 inches apart. So I will do that. Oh, they're moving a tractor, so kind of noisy. And let's see, what's this one? This is Paris Island Cause, maturity 76 days. It says full sun, spring and fall. That's it. So yeah, we'll get these in and go from there. Because like I said, I'm getting pooped. Okay, I got all the lettuces planted. As I showed before, some of the cells had multiple seeds. Some of them I kept and some of them I divided. But yeah, so I'm going to get it watered in. And then I'm going to get the cloth put up. The cows, goodness gracious. And Poppy, I let her out. She's being a good girl, sort of. So I'm going to get those watered in. And then, yeah, get the cloth put on. And get this video wrapped up because I think it's getting kind of long. Okay, it's on. It is not pretty, but it is functional. So I'm not sure if you can see, but you can see through there. And I've just used the different clips to hold it on. And I'm doing that so that I can water it, because I could wrap it, but then I couldn't pull it back to water it. So anyways, I'm now going to take a little bit of a break and then go research real quick to see if I can, where I can plant the onions, because this is where they were supposed to be and this is where they are. So I have no idea. I think I'm going to end up giving those away because I'm not going to stress about it. So anyways, I'm going to take a break. Okay, I went and got my garden planner and I just explained all this and realized I wasn't recording. And I realized that because my the camera went off. So that tells me I wasn't recording. But anyways, so right here is the bed right there that I didn't put on here because I wasn't going to use it. So that's okay. It's basically free space then. And then right here, which is the bed over there in the corner where the Amish paste tomatoes are. See, it says tomatoes and basil. Carrots and beets were supposed to go in there and they didn't. So I'm going to do half of that in onions. The west half. This is west and this is east. I'm going to do the west half in onions. And then where the peppers were, I put broccoli instead of, I was supposed to put potatoes in there. See, I was supposed to put potatoes in there, so that was supposed to be left alone, and I didn't. I kind of cheated. So hopefully I didn't mess up the whole rotation of things. So I will leave the tomatoes until frost kills them, and then it'll just sit empty. Oops, it'll just sit empty until February when I plant potatoes. So, and then the onions, they'll be late in there. But what I'm supposed to plant in the spring there is lettuce and green beans. So that might all have to get sacrificed because of the onions and the potatoes. And I'm going to have to research to make sure I can plant onions and potatoes together. I don't think I can, but I'm going to research it anyways. If I can't, then looks like I'm only going to get one bed of potatoes. Or I'm going to put them in this bed because the beets didn't take. So, or I put beets in there in the spring instead of green beans. And then, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But this bed's open right now because the beets didn't take. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. But there's the rotation you're supposed to do. You're supposed to rotate leafy greens, and then followed by legumes, which is like beans, and then followed by fruit, which is like tomatoes. Let's see, any of the flowering. I think peppers are considered, because they need bees to pollinate them. So, and then a root vegetable. So it rotates, it rotates this way. So leaf, legume, fruit, root. So, and I got that off of the Appalachian Homestead's e-magazine. So, everything else I've done pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, the Brussels sprouts and the kale. Well, that was supposed to be lettuce, but kale's a brassica. But anyways, I'm doing pretty good with it. So as long as I don't booger myself up with timing next spring like I did this year with the onions, that's the only thing I care about really. So right now this bed's empty and this bed is going to be empty. So I'm going to go ahead and do the onions in this bed. And if I have to do potatoes in this bed, and then just put, I don't know what I'm supposed to put in there next, but we'll figure it out. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. It's probably pretty long. So hope you got something out of it. I'm going to prune the irises, but I already showed you, Poppy's got some. I already showed you what pruning irises were before. So I'm just going to finish that up and yeah, move on to something else. So remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. Thanks, guys. Bye. Just kidding. I forgot to show you what I planted. I ended up planting this anyways. This was all plants free from my yard. They look a little mad at me because I transplanted them. So we have someone who's not regarding any boundaries at all. But we have black-eyed Susan. Yeah, black-eyed Susan or Rudbeckia. We have a calendula, a poppy, another black-eyed Susan, another calendula, another poppy. And then all in front is the osteopermum or African daisy. So there's that. Hopefully those all reseed. So like I said, every single one of those came out of the garden here. And let's see. I did get the irises planted. I got an echinacea planted. That's one of the darker ones, like the orangey color ones. So that's really pretty. And then I got irises planted over there. Over here. I transplanted a poppy. They always act mad for a while, but they bounce back. So we're good there. And let's see, I did get some weeds pulled, but that's about it. So I'm really going to wrap it up now, guys. Oh, and I did get some more dirt or soil put on the bougainvillea. So anyways, I forgot to share what I got done.